like, "Can I use my phone?"
Yeah,
He pulled up his dad with me like a couple weekends ago. We're like, he's like, "Yo, this man goes crazy."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's so funny." Yeah, good kids though, man. It's like, they like, like all of us, we fall into it. Fall into it. Bad boy style.
That's a bad boy now.
How you looking, boy? 1, 2, 1, 2. I got my headphones outside. Let me go get them.
How do I find your page? Is it your Facebook page?
Yeah, go to it's under Menavi Entertainment.
Yeah.
Menavi.
We're just waiting for people to connect.
You know what,
and
Menavi?
We're about to go live.
So-
We're already live, by the way.
Okay.
You can hear us. So
Nice.
we're gonna stop talking bad about everybody right now.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's
Yeah, we're gonna stop talking bad about everybody.
Better keep it. ¿Cómo se dice? Keep
PG.
it real. Keep it real.
So if
Okay,
you just go to
PG.
the Bad Boy DJ Juan Jose, it's on there. Let me share it to my other page too. Oh,
Yeah, we're not live yet.
no.
Okay.
The audio.
Oh, he said audio
the
is.
audio. Is.
Audio's live.
So go ahead and tell that story you wanted.
So anyway,
He said he was in what? What island was that?
so here.
Oh no!
So here,
We don't want to talk that.
here. I was Treasure Island. There you go.
We were just in Treasure Island this Saturday.
Y'all was just talking. I'm like, Lisa. I was over here, Lisa, for the podcast. Man. Shit, like, y'all giving it all away.
You
over
think
there.
he's gonna be able to pull all that out of there? He's gonna be real good because.
Hey, but
hey, did you learn it? Because that's literally my tactic before an interview. I sit there and just and
Yeah,
here comes the interview and I just take it
break,
away.
break the ice.
Yeah. I
used
had
to teach.
¿Cómo se llama? Lalo Mora Jr.
Yeah, Lalo Mora.
I had him on. I was interviewing him and I hope I don't mess it. The group of Herederos.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
his group?
Yeah.
And he's like,
I'm like Adam now. I'm talking and the mic's like that. yeah. I would always make fun of him.
the whole time I was like talking with him, right? I'm getting the soap out of him or whatever. Like by then I think we were the night before we had already done Bradenton area, and now we're over here, and the whole time, bro, he was just like looking up at me like this, dog. like, and I'm like, he had that. He like, oye, no, ¿de dónde eres? It was killing him, dog. And I knew it too. Like I could see it in his eyes.
What are you?
He wants to ask me, boy. They just died. Like, I had a Cuban guy taking pictures one time at a quince.
Oh, no.
And bro, he flipped out. He was like, he goes, hermano, I just gotta ask, where are you from? Like, he was just like blown, bro. He goes, you are literally Mexican. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, he was like,
You look Jamaican, man.
bro. You know what? I was around before Jamaicans, Dominicans weren't around here, like Brazilians.
Yeah.
You didn't see none of that around
But
here.
if you go to Miami, Holly, yeah, that's
Out there, like that. But around here,
I think we should do it officially now. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Menavi podcast. El Bad Boy DJ Juan Jose, and we also got down yonder.
Carlos Aviles.
And today's special guest, the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend in the building, Mr. DJ Moyo. How you doing, man?
He's real.
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
real.
Not on video. He's here with us, man. So that's what I like. I like having.
I love this live. I love this.
Yeah. Appreciate you coming in here, man. We're gonna talk about a whole lot. Like I said earlier, y'all talk about everything. I want to yell out, leave it for the podcast, man. Shit, you getting all the good stuff out right now, man.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna remember
wanted to say
everything.
something the whole time. Julio was just watching the whole time. He was like,
You want to interrupt the conversation?
Oh man, so let's jump right
Thanks for
into it,
having
man. No, it's been something I always wanted to do, man. Every time we get together, it's always something fun. To me, it's always a pleasure because I think you already know. I told you the story that it was my brother who decided to become a DJ by watching you, and then by the same sort, I was watching you too. And there was even times where we would make moves or do something or want to make a deal. Like, would Moyo do this deal? I wouldn't even say it. I go, is Moyo doing this? Y'all check on that? Because I would see that you're doing radio, you're doing TV. And then I'm like, he's on that radio. Let's go talk to them people, see what we can see if they want somebody like me. If Moyo would do that, I'm gonna do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I would think like that.
First time I heard you guys, I remember I was out there at Robert's house and you guys were partying for me.
Yeah.
And I came out just to see them and rest in peace, my boy Rob. And I remember listening. I'm like, yo, Rob, who's these guys, bro? I like it. And he was like, oh, and you had a name. What was the name that you guys had?
True Players Entertainment.
True Players Entertainment. I said, boy, them boys are gutsy.
We had
It's
the
like true players.
we had the same like baseball jerseys that said true players on it. Yeah. No,
and you that one day, hey, that young man was a reggaetonero.
Yeah.
Reggaeton?
Yeah, comedian. I love it that you've taken it everywhere I was afraid to take it to. I'm not kidding.
If I, whatever, at first, it all happened a long time ago. I tell you, maybe you feel the same way, man. Because this happened a long time ago where I met this guy at the radio, at a radio. He was doing like a quinceañera, but he was talking, Frankie Morales.
Yeah.
So when I went to go see him, I wanted to talk to him, but I was nervous. And I'm like, Nambe, I'll talk to him later. When the fuck am I going to talk to him again? So I told my brother, Nambe, if we don't do it right now, man, we ain't never going to talk to him.
No se va a hacer.
So I always had that mentality, like, let's go do it. The only thing we could do is fail or it not work, and then at least we can say we did it. We tried it. You know what I mean? So
Frankie gave me my first show.
Hey, so is there anything for DJs? Is there anything that you consider to be like out of your league? Like you say, I'll try it, but that's not my cup of tea. That's not my strength. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, all the time. TV. I hate it. Like I don't like video at all. Like,
but you were good on it, man.
No. And I like literally produced a TV show. Like I had one in Orlando that ran I think over a year, and one here in Tampa on a local station as well. And they had me doing the breaks, the intros, outros, and I hated it. You know why? Because you got to get dressed.
Yeah.
And like you got to get ready. And I think that was like the big, I like to be me and just show up real comfortable. Like I hate bringing Julio up all the time, but he'll be like you cannot DJ in your sandals, bro. Like, oh, come on, man. They know me already.
You know what I felt back in the day? Ya se me quitó. I know que ya se me quitó. Maybe I got lazier, but back in the day, I felt like when I would go to like La Invasora or all this stuff, you would see people in suits, really dressed up, like work office people, and I'm like, I don't fit into this shit, man. Like,
I shout out to my boy Soul Trex.
Yeah,
we had him at Club 301 one time.
We had him here a couple times.
Yeah, it was Soul Trex. Julio booked him one time for 301, and I remember him coming up, and he's like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and like, that's one thing in that world, in the tropical world, that's a thing, but I think he more than anybody has made that a thing. Me now in these years, now that I'm back to my teaching, I'm really happy that I can spiff it up a little bit.
Yeah,
and the kids, like, I can't wait because I think as soon as my master's kicks in, I'm getting my master's. I said as soon as that gets in, I'm gonna wear a tie every day.
Yeah.
You gonna see a whole new Moyo, like Mr. Moyo.
Mr. Moyo, yeah.
And I tell my kids, you know what? If I'm already there, why to stop? I might have to get a PhD. You got to call me Dr. Moyo.
Yeah, Dr.
Like,
Moyo. Why not?
Why not die a doctor? Like,
Why
come
not?
on,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
DY.
Man, but you've been in this business for a long time. What age were you when you first started out?
Man, I don't know. I can go back by years. I graduated in. I was forced to graduate in. I think I was supposed to graduate in '93. I graduated in '94, and then I want to say around '95. I was working for the school system. I was volunteering after school for RCMA. Shout out RCMA. I love you guys. Redlands Christian Migrant Association. They like as a kid they embraced the migrant community, and I was definitely one of them. And so I gave back by volunteering after school. And so they had a scholarship dance, and I'd been a bedroom DJ for years because that was just like my dream, like to DJ. But I did one party for them, and it was for a scholarship dance. Roger Villanueva, his son Roger Jr. had a band called Diamante.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Shout out Raj, and it was fun because we went out there, and I was like, I asked Juan Calderon, who was one of the counselors for after school, and I was like, hey, do you think I could play music? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I took my little setup. It was a little realistic mixer from Radio Shack and a couple of Sony boom boxes, and the group let me connect. And man, I just remember I didn't have a mic, but I rocked the party, and the kids were just having such a good time.
Wow.
And they were my kids. Like I seen them as like little brothers and sisters, and I was just like, oh, this is awesome. And so I got the bug. I was like, I knew I was already making like mixtapes in the garage and things like that. well, I don't know if you want to call it garage.
Yeah.
Little back room Dad had, and so I was doing that, and fast forward maybe a year, I had been saving up. Mom was like, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "Oh well, I got this truck, and I'm gonna put. You remember the hydraulics, the dancing bed?
Yeah.
I was like,
I remember the truck too.
I'm gonna do a dancing bed, and and Dad's like, okay, first of all, we live in a trailer. There's no garage.
There's no garage.
You don't got a garage. Your battery's gonna get wet. I knew nothing about this, right? I knew nothing. I was just like, I just want the thing to go like this. It's gonna be so cool. And I was like, all right, so me estaban dando guerra. They were like really fighting me on it. They were fighting me.
Trying to convince you not to do it.
Yeah, I don't like that. And so, here I am, trying to save the money and whatever. And man, I'm working at Eisenhower Junior High one day, and I was a chaperone for the school dance.
Yeah.
And the DJ comes up, and I seen him. It's un señor Anglo, he's playing music. He ain't talking, and he has the 2 speakers up, and he has a little dual CD player. And sorry about the DJ talk, guys, but he was just like, I'm into that. Like, I like these cables are driving me crazy. Like microphones.
No, there's DJ
really cool.
fanning. There's DJs out there fanning out right now. They're like,
So,
oh shit, we getting
so,
some insight from Moyo.
So I was watching the guy, and I'm like, man, that's so dope. I like his speakers. It's like, that's what I like. And then I remember afterwards, he ain't do too good. Like, the people didn't dance, the kids weren't happy. He won, and I was like, but it was just cool to watch what he had, because I had never seen any equipment like that. And so, again, what introduced me to DJing was a movie, and I just told my kids about this in my class today. I was like, listen, you gotta believe in yourself, because I seen a movie called Beat Street. And Beat Street was just a story about poor kids in New York, and one wanted to be a DJ, and one wanted to be a manager, and the other one wanted to just graffiti walls. He was an artist. He was an artist, and it was just a story about kids in the ghetto, and that, like, on a VCR that my brother rented for the first time. I'd never seen a VCR before. For the old ones out there, they understand what a VCR is. Kids don't know what's up.
Yeah.
My kids are like, oh, I got a question, sir. I'm like, yes, sir. He's like, what's a VCR? I was like, so my kids, I was telling them the story today in class, because you don't really realize how this stuff is just kind of coming together.
Yeah.
And so today, I was telling them the story, because somehow that guy and all that I had tucked in my head that day at the school dance, I came out, and I'm like, I seen the guy, and he's putting up his stuff, in the van, and you want to be nice. I'm like, hey, bro, good job. And he turns up, he's like, yeah. I was like, I want to be a DJ one day. I told him.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I was next to my truck. He's like, he goes, that your truck? I'm like, yeah. He goes, I'll teach you. I said, oh my God. He's like, how about I pay you $125 a party? I was like, really? That was a lot of money.
Yeah,
that was a lot of money.
I'm like, 120. And he's like, yeah. And I'll give you the equipment to use, the music. I'll teach you. I'm like, yo, it was Christmas, bro.
Yeah.
And dude's like, only thing is that if you quit, then you have to sign a non-compete that you won't work.
Oh yeah.
In 5 counties.
So that's where you first heard non-compete.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever heard it. Let me tell you about now. We could talk about non-compete on.
I should have done a non-compete when I taught a few motherfuckers too.
You listen. We ain't even going there.
Non-competes.
we ain't going there. So he said non-compete, and I'm like, yeah, but something gave me a red X, because I was like, I don't want to play music for the people he's thinking. I wanted to play music for the kids and stuff that I was I was volunteering for. And I was like, yo, bro, I took his card. I was like, yeah, I'll give you a call. Man, I went home that day. I was so psyched. I went, Mom, I said, Mom, I know what I want to do. And she's like, what? I was like, I want to be a DJ. She's like, I can't. And I was like, a DJ? Like, I'm going to get these speakers and they're big and I'm going to come on and I'm going to play at parties and people going to pay me. So that's loco. It's like, you're crazy. You ain't never heard of such a thing. It didn't exist. It didn't exist. And I was like, yo, I seen one. He was playing music at like a 15 and he was bored out of his mind. I remember him telling me, he'd sell me his stuff. And I'm like, Ma, I'm telling you, I think this is it. And she's like, that's local ass. I went home thinking, I was like, oh, damn, well, here I go. Shot me down. I can't get the hydraulics. I can't get the thing. I'm like, oh, damn. And so fast forward maybe a few days, bro. Jefito shows up, my dad. Shout out for Pops. And he's like, hey, what's this about you wanting to buy speakers? I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I told Mama. She said I'm crazy because I want to play get speakers. Yeah. I want to play at people's houses. To them, it just sounded so foreign because it did not, you don't understand for the ones that watched it. Like, I lived around me, all there was strawberry fields and tomato fields and orange fields. That's all there was. I've been working since I was 11 years old in the packet houses with my family. Like, this is all we knew. You don't even have cables and mics. It just didn't exist. You know, and I was in love with our stereo because I was the one that played the cassettes. I knew how fast forward to the certain song before CDs. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, Mom. Then turns out, I guess she felt bad telling me that I was crazy because she told Dad. She's like, I feel bad because I told your son he crazy. Yeah. And so Dad went. That's why Dad knew. I never told Dad. I had told Mom first. And so we went down to Thoroughbred, which is the first music store that I knew of down on Hillsborough, and I spent every nickel I had, dog. Every nickel I had. Oh yeah. Yeah, and it was like we were done with. I was like, that's it. I ain't had no music. I had 2 speakers. I had a mixer. I had a dual Denon CD player. The Denon alone was $1,000. Yeah. The Denon dual CD player was $1,000. Yeah, bro. The Denon alone was $1,000, and it was dual, so you could play both channels. The technology was crazy at the time, so I was like, oh, this is awesome, because in the sticks where we were, bro, it just did not exist. Yeah. So I tell the kids all the time, that. Fast forward to 2010. So you're thinking maybe what, 95? 95 when this happens? 95? Yeah. You fast forward to 2010 and I'm on like
15 years, right?
Is it 15 years?
Yeah.
Premios Juventud.
Yeah. I remember that.
I'm featured by, Univision. And it's like,
that's big.
Never would have thought it. As a kid, never would have thought it. Mm-mm. One thing that I saw, man, and I continue to see today, and I don't think there's one DJ out there who's played with you who can say any different, that you have this goddamn charisma, bro. You have this crazy charisma, man, that I have not seen one DJ que lo puede igualar. Not saying anything bad about any other DJ. Yeah. Todos tienen su jale, man, pero we've been to some clubs where it's even when even when I'm DJing, you can see it's good, but when you come in, it's totally something different, and you've always had that. And I know I could tell you my weaknesses. I don't have his charisma. I could be good at playing, I could be good at making mixes, but when he gets on the mic and when he starts playing, it's a whole different level, man.
Yeah, I don't know where it comes from. I mean, probably from my mom, because.
But were you shy? Were you shy when you were young?
And that's I'm shy now. Like,
no way, man.
Saying, but were you shy? Were you really shy before you got on the mic?
Yeah, like I could tell you the story. Right? We came home with that equipment. Yeah. And Dad was like, "I'm putting stuff together. Like we don't know what's. You got XLRs. You trying to figure this thing out, trying to make this thing play some music." And Dad's like, and I remember I had the story on my website. He's like, he goes, "Yo, here's the microphone." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good." They gave me the microphone for free. Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's cool. We gotta make this thing work. Mm-hmm. He's like, "No, but you need the microphone. You gotta test the microphone." I'm like, I'm not talking that. And he's like, "You gotta talk on the microphone." I was like, "No, I don't. I'm a disc jockey." I remind myself of my son so bad. I'm like, I am a disc jockey, Moyo. I am a disc jockey. I do not have to talk. Disc jockey, I jock the disc. That's it. Pause. Yeah. Right? So it was like, he was like, "Well, you know what? You're not going to make no money." And I was like, I know what I'm doing. You don't know what you do. That's how I'm doing. So Matter of fact, oh my God, I gotta make a call. I was just in South Carolina with Jesse. Shout out to Jesse, DJ Jesse, and his nephew just turned. I want to say it's 31 or 32 on, and this was either last Sunday, and that was the 1 year old party, the first party I ever DJ'd.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was really cool because he was like, yo, so yeah, Norma drove the bus for RCMA. And she was like, I was telling her, I said, man, I bought this equipment and I'm this. And she's like, you know what? We're having a party. You want to DJ it? I'm like, yeah. I was ready.
Yeah.
Yo, dog. Yo, I get there, I set up my stuff. And I remember me and Fidel, shout out to my boy Fidel. And he's like, we set up everything. We start playing music and people get there. He said, llena las mesas, the tables are full. And he's like, we're playing music. Yeah. I'm like, I'm doing what I wanted to do. And here comes Eloy, Junior's father. He's like, hey man, will you tell them to it's time to cut the cake? I'm like, yeah, man, here. And he's like, what's this? Yeah. That's the microphone, man. Go ahead and tell him. And he's like, you tell him. I said, no, I don't talk on the mic. And he's like, the fuck?
That's what I would do too.
Hey, well, will you guys come over and we're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to my kid, bro? And I'm like, there you go, yeah, worked out.
Good job,
right? And I kept playing Emilio and whatever else was in the selection. Shout out Fidel and Mom because I was broke as a joke, and Fidel bought 12 CDs and my mom bought like 15. It was 27 total. Yeah. And shout out to Cruz El Mexicano, who rest in peace, Michelle and the whole family who gave me the disc at $10 because back then they were like $30. You remember? Yeah. And Michelle was one of our kids at RCMA, and she's like, come over to our store, and my dad's on the radio, and I'm like, oh, next thing you know, I'm on the radio with Cruz because Cruz like, yeah, come on down, and that's how it all kind of came together. I did that party, and come Monday, I was like, I didn't feel too good about that party.
Yeah.
Like I came home and I was like, wow, that was great. And then came Monday, I was going to the bus for RCMA to pick up the kids and take them to volunteer, and they're like, I'm like, yo, y'all had a good time? Like I'm telling Norma and Angie, I'm like, y'all had a good time? And they were the nicest ladies, bro. They're like, Norma's like, yeah, thank you. And and then Angie's like, Moyo? She goes, my family, they have a lot of parties in Waimama, and they called a DJ one time, and a white DJ showed up, and we're like, uh-oh. And he didn't have no Mexican music. Wow. And he said, but you know what that DJ did? I was like, what'd he do? He played games with the kids. And the kids had a ball. And I'm like, okay. I went home, told Mom,
you gotta start playing some games now.
I'm like, Mom, we need to have a party. She's like, a party? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have a party for my sister, for my godson. I said, we're gonna have this party and we're gonna invite the neighborhood. And literally, that's what I did. I invited the neighborhood, and as soon as people started showing up, I started saying hi in my chipmunk voice. Cause that's what I sounded like, Carlos. I sound like a chipmunk, bro. I'm the guy. I'd be on the drive-through and people be like, "Let your mom do the ordering, please." Like that was it. Like I sounded like on the radio. I hated my voice.
But you went to college, right?
Yes.
So when you went to college, you had to speak. You had to give class,
bro. It was terrible. No, right? I was that. I had to figure out a way to get past the shyness. I was super shy, and I still am. Like when I tell you I'm super shy, like it is tough. Even
you hide it pretty good, man.
No,
you do stuff that I couldn't do. Yeah. I could not go into a crowd and I can't do that. On stage is different, but
it's something that like with my kids, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. So with my kids, they hate it. But I was like, you could be the guy. You walk in the room, and be quiet, and people will talk all over you. Sometimes beat you.
Correct.
When I walk in a Subway with my kids, they were little. I'm like, hey, how everybody doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it would like, even the saddest lady back there was like,
you excite them.
You know, it's like,
wake
and it
'em up.
breaks them. Yeah, and my kids were just mad embarrassed. And I was trying to teach them that. I was like, yo, you gotta,
Turn it
you
up.
gotta, yeah, because
gotta
if you
bring the
don't,
energy.
yeah, now I could be just like everyone else,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't teach my kids nothing.
You know, honestly, I think everybody has it within themselves. It's just that just taking that step forward.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
always say that the biggest fear is public speaking.
I failed public speaking in college.
But you have to though. You have to have that experience where.
Nah,
Where-
the way I see you mingle with people, man, I'm like, I can't do that. I don't know. I mean, I can, and sometimes we have to.
Yeah.
But I'm forced to, or I
Yeah.
force myself to.
I enjoy, like, a mí me encanta el conectar. Like, it's, like, I feel like, and that's what's crazy, you know, when you do community work, when you do things like that, it's like, people see, there's people I haven't seen in years, bro, and they'll come up like, I seen them yesterday.
Like you know them.
Yeah, and I know them in a certain way, you know, and I feel like I get sad when everybody gets hurt, like all sorts of stuff. It's like, but it's a connection you build. I don't know, it's something different.
Yeah. No, that's something that, like I said, I
So I'll tell you one thing about you. There's not one DJ that has never come through here, Lola's, and somehow they have a connection with you somehow. You're instrumental in
Yeah.
in their I guess in their careers, because there's a lot of them that come back here and they somehow they cross you at some point or another.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes. I wonder if in every state there's one. You know, it's like, you think about that. You
Yeah.
ever thought about that? I think about it all the time. Like, I think of it.
But the good, you know what? But the good thing about it, and I'll tell you that they all say the same thing. They really actually admire you.
Oh.
So whatever you did, you know, whether you were too hard on them,
No, you know what?
or you were, I guess,
You know, as Cardinals, as a father, like, hold on, how do I say it?
That's good though. I like it.
Yeah. So pops, today I told it to a kid. I told it to a kid in school. So he gets there. I think I told you the story, right? So public speaking sucks because of this. And I talked to an old partner of mine. I'm like, yo, if I could get rid of anything, I'd love to talk to people about personal stuff and be okay to be able to say it. In class, I can deliver to the kids and make them change, you know, work with them, because I do what I do because people help me.
Yeah.
I was a dropout. And so today a kid gets there by himself in the morning. I'm like, okay, first of all, dude, you got to get here with your parents. He's a high school student. He's like, nope, I'm good. Like, my parents are busy and I'm here. And he's like, I have a business. I think he had 3 businesses and a job. And I'm like, how old are you? He's like 16. And I'm like, it reminded me just of me. I'm like, okay. And he's like, more than good. And I'm like, he's like, so this school stuff, don't need it. I was like, oh, don't need it. I was like, okay. And I sent my assistant with the rest of my students. I said, hey, take all these to class. I take all these to class. I want this guy. He's from high school. And so we had a heart-to-heart. And I was like, listen, I get you. Now, you don't know who you know.
Yeah.
Eventually, he catches on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they get there. You know, I think parents know me right away, but students not all the time. And he's like, he has his business and this and that, and he's like, oh yeah, and I'm booked up for Mother's Day. I'm booked up, and I'm like, oh, so I can't order nothing with you. He's like, nah, I'm booked up. No. And so we started talking. You know, so I'm like, so we started talking about scaling your business.
Yeah.
And he was like,
What is
oh.
that?
I'm like, but you don't want education. I said, 10 orders? You could be taking 60 orders.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, and we talked about leadership. How do you lead a group of, kids, your age, at your age? And these are things that I had to learn by myself.
Right.
Like, you don't have anyone, and it's like, matter of fact, shout out Mr. C and Ms. Rogers, all these people that were really instrumental in my life. But like, when you think you know it all, you go off, bro. And you You go off and I'm doing 100 things an hour.
Yeah.
And man, bro, like I went off and got a degree in social work thinking I needed a degree in social work to help people.
Yeah.
You don't need a degree in social work to help people. No, you help people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
it.
I should have been making more money so I could help more people. like, you know, and I took, and then I get to what my dream job was, to be a migrant advocate. That was my dream. Besides, I had 2 dream jobs, DJing and migrant advocate. And Dad was like, boy, you better have a backup plan.
Yeah.
And I did. That was it. The backup plan turned into being a migrant advocate. I was hell bent on doing it because the migrant advocate helped me, in my dropout years.
Yeah.
And so, Pop's the one that did it. He said, that's why I got a little teary-eyed. He goes, listen, man, and I think it comes from him because he was like,
take your time.
He said, listen, he goes, don't ever think you are the best. He said, that was that day with the microphone, right? It was a day with the microphone. And he's like, there's always going to be somebody younger, better looking, smarter, faster than you. So don't ever think that you are the top dog. Ever. Yes. Bro, this was before I even talked on that mic.
Yeah.
This is before I played my first record.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me so much that anybody that wants to learn, come on. I will teach everybody because I think that's the way to do it. And in this world of radio, TV, and DJing and cutthroat, people are afraid of you. They're afraid of you. I've been to places, Julio will tell you, and they're afraid of me. And I'm like, all I want to do is what I love, and let's do it together. Mm-hmm. And they're like, they look at you like, oh no. And I've been to states. I mean, all over the country, and it's like, oh no, this guy, they hear me, and it's like, I had a guy in Nashville. I remember he's like, I'm like, yo, my show's on the radio right now in like 5 places, and I played it for him. And he's like, this is you? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nah. I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
And he's Mexican like me.
Yeah.
But he don't see a Mexican. So to him, he's like, nah. This can't be you. You play reggaeton and all that. I'm like,
looks can be deceiving.
Bro, and I'm like, yo, my mom threw some change on a dude in Juan Mama because he told me shut up F and N-word in Spanish, bro. And my mom said, hijo de tu sas, and threw the change on him. Ese muchacho es más mexicano que tú.
Yeah.
And to this day, I stand by that. I know there's a lot of ignorance. But around here where we're from, bro, the only dark guy that talked Spanish was me at the time. Like you gotta think about that. There wasn't too many like that.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many like that. So I tell when all this stuff happened with the immigration situation, they were like, I had to go out and we did talks in Huachula and shout out to all the people that came out to do these classes, bro. And it was called
Know Your Rights.
Know Your Rights. Conoce tus derechos. And we were out there doing these little sessions in Dade City, and I was like, I used to tell the people, I said, listen, before y'all felt like this, I felt like this, driving around while black. Like I've been black.
Yeah.
Like they never saw a Mexican. So I was pulled over by the cops as I was driving. I was taken pictures of by the police officers, like without even like asking my mom. Like I was 16 years old by my Jeep, like, go ahead. Like take the picture.
Yeah.
Like, cause I didn't know no better. Yeah, I was being like, I went through all that.
Yeah,
and that's why
the cops would take out the Polaroid, take a picture.
Yeah, they would take the picture and they put you on the gang unit. And I was like, to me, I was like, I didn't want that happening. I didn't want nobody telling my mom, like, excuse me, ma'am, you have papers? I'm like, you, man, the day
I know, right?
the day that happens, to me and Carlos in the car, and they ask Carlos for his paper, man, I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, I've seen all that stuff. So again, you don't need an education to help people. So if you get a job that pays a lot of money. That's all I'm saying.
So not to continue on immigration though, but so what do you think? You think it's improving though? Because I mean, I think at the beginning it was like a shock.
Yeah.
It was like a shock. It's like you don't know what they're going to do, what their limit's going to be.
I don't know, man.
So you think the education that you guys went about, and by the way, there's other organizations that do this. That same type of education where you have to know your rights, and even U.S. citizens have been deported, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But do you think overall, I think we're getting to the point where everybody knows their rights now and it's more stable now? Do you think it's going to continue?
I believe there's people still in the shadows, bro, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that for a long time. I know this gentleman in one of the classes. He's like, Moyo, I want to travel up north, and he's like, I want to travel up north because we got to go pick, and I gotta take my family. And he's like, should I? And I was like, look, I tell you what I tell everybody. It's your family. Like, you got to make the best decision for you because no one's going to make that. You like right now, I just shared something the other day about power of attorney. Mm-hmm. There's a free power of attorney class coming up, and we're trying to get it down in this area.
Right.
A mom that gets deported, and man, yesterday they just told us a story.
Mom gets deported, kids stay behind.
No, bro, they were going to pick up their kids.
Oh.
And the father and mother were getting deported by a Spanish police officer.
Wow.
And the American police officer came up behind. When I say American, I meant Anglo. Came up behind them to help. And if it weren't for her, they would have took them both and their little girl would have stayed in school. And the lady said, listen, deport him, let her go.
Right.
You got to have a heart.
Right.
Yeah. You got to have a heart.
Yep.
When you got families that are selling homes, people that invested in this for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't want to get on a political thing. It's a human thing.
Yeah, it's human.
But when these people come, and they're my people, because they're human, and when they come, they come. Some do mess up. But for the most part, my mom did it right.
Yeah.
My grandfather did it right.
Yeah, and so there's always going to be in anything, not even just the migrants that come over here from Mexico. Like you said, some of them are bad. That's everywhere. And I hate when people say, oh, you got some here, some there. But también tienes gringos que son locos that blow up schools and stuff like that. We ain't doing that. That ain't us. I don't see you.
No comment, Juan Jose. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
it's everywhere. It's just it's a human problem.
Yeah.
It's a human problem, and I wish people would think with the heart sometimes. It's not always. I definitely throw the books at the one that need to get thrown.
Yeah.
Definitely. I say it all day, but yeah, when you got parents like that, that are really doing their part. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, like you say, have a heart. You gotta have a heart.
Yeah.
They're human too.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, changing gears on this, man. When you started doing clubs, what year were you when you started getting into the clubs? Because I remember this. You know Adam. We know Adam, right?
Yeah.
Adam was a friend of my brother's.
Okay.
And then I wanted to go out, but I didn't have no one to drive. So Adam was there, and I'm like, Adam, if I pay you to drive me, would you drive me? He goes, fuck yeah, I'll take you wherever you want to go. He just wanted to go to the club for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's been doing this since then.
So you were at a club called Spurs.
Yep.
We were too young to get in, so we couldn't get in.
Oh, man.
So we're outside listening to you play. I go, if we can't get in, hey, grab a chair. I'm going to sit. I'm going to hear Moyo, man. So I'm outside listening to you.
What's funny is that, and I thought it's crazy how it just all works. So the kids, let's say 5 years prior, because literally Spurs was in 99, 2000. So 5 years prior, these kids were 13. And if it weren't for like all my white mama kids that like I was at all those parties when I was at 5 years prior to that. If it weren't for I can tell you the story, bro. I walked in a things happen. It's so weird. If you want to read a good book, The Alchemist, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And I was DJing at Latinos. For the radio station caught me the gig, and one of the managers kept cutting me. Bro, I was getting summertime. Everybody, you remember everybody used to leave to go work up north.
Yeah, that was
Summertime. Everybody go up north.
that was like a religion they were practicing.
Bro, it was ghost towns out here, Julio.
Yeah.
It was ghost towns, and so I was booked pretty much all throughout the year until summer. And so summertime, I caught this gig at a club. I'm like, all right, cool. Yo, you want to hear something funny, though? I went to that club, and I'm like, I'm high energy, bro. You get me in, I'm like, I'm going nuts.
Yeah.
Bro, I get in there, and this booth is like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I'm in there, and I'm DJing, and it's a Friday night, my first night, bro. And I'm like, I was already on the radio, right? Yo, muy acá, people know me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I'm doing my thing, and I can't wait to go down there because I've been doing parties out here in White Mama.
Yeah.
But now I'm in Lakeland. I don't know them people. They don't know me. Listen, I go downstairs. I was like, I can't wait. I had a box full of CDs. I said, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to have a contest. I'm going to do this thing. Bro, I walked down, bro. I've been emceeing. They were dancing all night. Not a big crowd. It was probably a crowd of 50 people. It was a Friday night, my first night. I was like, and they were dancing away, having a good time, boy. I had them screaming. I get downstairs. I get on their stage. I get on their stage and I walk out and they turn on the lights. And I'm like, yo, it's your boy DJ Moyo from the radio, blah, 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 blah. Bro, then people were like this. Did anybody know that he was really Moyo? Like, he's really black. Like, he's really like, yo. And I'm like, and I don't get it. I'm looking at them, aren't they looking at me? And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? And I stepped down for a second in my head. I'm like, oh, damn. They ain't never seen nobody like me.
Yeah, because you're on the
So
radio. They don't hear you.
I get down from
they don't see you on
no,
the radio.
I like lights on, Leo, turn on lights. I step down and I go out, I sit at the bar.
Yeah.
I sit at the bar, about 50 people. And I start cotorreando, like we there. I appreciate you guys. They started laughing. And man, it just created a real nice bond with everybody. But man, you talking about have to work for your money. Man, when I tell you that was the toughest, and that was the guy in Nashville, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, this ain't you. They don't get it.
Because they see you and they're like, how's that coming out of that?
Boy, when they see, like, I was like, oh man, don't ask me how that happened. But
Hey,
it's
so
just,
let me ask you. You say cotorreando right now.
Mhm.
How fluent were you in Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
Háblale
Háblale a mi mamá. Háblale a mi mamá. She's like,
And then what did you? And then how did you overcome that? Because obviously you had to. You had to
you gotta
learn
like,
it.
Yo, listen, man. God bless Cruz for letting me on the radio. But you know what? He was like, Cruz is like, I went down and he sold me some CDs, and then he's like, yo, you gotta come on the radio. I'm like, yeah, I'll go on the radio. Oh my God, I'll go on the radio. Radio back then, bro, it wasn't like now. Like right now, you got 24-hour radio.
Yeah.
Back then, it was like we had 3 hours on Sunday. That was it. Yeah. And then 3 hours, Norberto was on 3 hours after that. And it was like everyone had their own little 3-hour block. And we go on there, and he's like, bro, so I don't know Spanish like that at the time. Like, he's like, you know, Moyo, because I really didn't know, like, my Spanish was really bad. And he's like, you know what, Moyo? I'm gonna let you pitch this Selena disco.
Yeah.
And it was this disco de oro that he sold at Cruz Mex.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna let you pitch this. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, go on and just tell him who you are and pitch it. And I'm like, all right. You know, so he turns the mic on, and I'm like, hey, party people, this is the. And I started thinking, who's listening to me? Oh my God, they're gonna be talking about me. Like, it went in my head so quick, and I just froze. I turned white, yo.
Yeah.
I turned white. I was like, and I stepped back cold. And my compadre Mario Vivas, bro, he was like, looking. I was like, oh my, and Cruz stepped right back in.
Yeah.
And man, I was just like, I don't ever want to see a microphone ever again in my life. And next week I came back and he was just making fun of you back. It's like,
no, and that does happen.
That
does happen.
I'm gonna try this again. I was like, I'm gonna.
I know what to say now. I know what to say now. Yeah.
No, so then one day they let me loose. Jorge Diaz, he told Joseito, he's like, Soul Trek's dad. He's like, hey, Moyo, you know how to use the mixer board? I'm like, yeah, I know how to use the mixer board. He's like, Joseito, Moyo knows how to use it. He goes, you want to do it? I'm like, mom called me out, bro. Really? He like, Moyo, you do not say La Juna. It's La Una. Yeah. And I'm like, La Juna. I don't say La Juna. He's like, no, you say La Juna. And I'm like, La Juna? I say La Una. He's like, no, you don't. Yeah, bro, till this day, the program director, like, still say that I'll say some things and I'll roll them and La Leia turn into like La Ray and yo, it's like my English, my Spanish, you know. I don't know. Mommy told me the story about my grandparents. It was like grandma and grandpa. They go to the store and grandpa's like, you talk. And my grandma starts talking her English, Connie. She starts talking English, and then all of a sudden, she runs out of English. She's like, Chencho. Se me acabó el inglés.
Hell no.
So I was like, yo. But yeah, it was me, man. Oh, se me acabó el español bien feo. Yeah, but now, you know, it's like.
Do you have some of those recordings?
Man, I don't know, man. It's just been so much.
I found the first time I was on the radio, I'm like, God damn, I was bad.
You know, Manny got a lot of stuff, bro. My boy Manny Benz, he has my first CD. He has the first flyer from Acapulco.
Wow.
He has like also, I mean, he's just a collector of that. Man, I lost everything in the flood a year and a half ago.
Man.
Like, I lost all my equipment. I was lucky that I had photos of my kids in one of those waterproof tubs. Yeah. Wow. And I saved, I want to say 2 of the tubs, and the third one I got messed up. But yeah, I was like, I think that was the only thing we were worried about more than anything. You know, we lost everything, but I wasn't too worried about that part. I was more worried about, you know, making sure the kids were okay. But man, the photos, I was I although my first CD, all my CDs were destroyed. So I was like, I had to get rid of everything. I just got rid of it. Clean slate.
Are you thinking about moving out from the area that you are now, or are you just?
Well, we raised. Now I'm in a penthouse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, raise it up.
Yeah, we put boats.
You raise it up.
We got boats on the side just in case it goes down again.
Yeah.
It's like the Titanic in that Joker.
Yeah.
So come on with it.
Yeah. No,
I got a folder that said F. Milton.
Yeah.
A folder of pictures.
No, I know that was a devastating moment, and I remember you said it. And at first, you know, when you first hear it, you're like, "Well, how deep could it be?" Then I saw like, "Holy shit, that was deep."
Yeah. We got there was points in there was 5 feet, and the thing is that flood lasted like in our property. It lasted for almost 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, standing water.
Yeah, we couldn't get in there for with cars well over 3 weeks, 4 weeks because it was so soft.
Yeah.
After. But it just something happened. You know, to this day they say they ain't closed no dams or nothing.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey man, you're alive. So you're
alive. Oh yeah, bro. That was the most important thing.
Matters,
man.
I
think what choked me up more than anything, bro, because people are like, "Oh, you had me crying." I like listen. You know what choked me up was that my brother's like, bro, you need like. Julio says I laugh. He says, what you say? I laugh?
You have a nervous laugh.
I have a nervous... Instead of being nervous,
you do.
I laugh.
I've heard it.
Yeah? They say instead of being nervous, I start making fun and laugh and to
kill the tense.
I had another lady told me one time, she's like, Moyo must be real sad. I was like,
yeah.
Because he laughed so much. I'm like, that's weird. Like, but I could see, you know, but I felt really like my brother was like, bro, no one loses everything like that and like doesn't get help. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be all right. And he's like, no, please just let me help you.
Yeah.
And he wanted the police department where he's at. Shout out to PD. They're like, he's like, yo, they want to. I'm like, yo, está bien. But I ain't know he's gonna put, you know, DJ Moyo.
Yeah.
I'm like, you couldn't tell her your brother?
Yeah. My brother. Yeah, brother.
I just wanted the cops with the money to help me out.
No,
but last I came out, bro, and that's what choked me up.
Yeah.
That people felt that that close to it. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, no, that was cool. A lot of people, and how were they gonna help, man? You know what I mean? Como dicen, one day it could be us.
Oh,
you know
bro,
what
I say it all the time. People like, yo, literally the year before, right? We were in Fort Myers. And we were in there. We were gutting the house. Shout out to like look, I got a band of brothers, bro, and we go by the United Aid Foundation, man. And when things like this happen, bro, it happened in Kentucky, bro. And like I remember, I was going through some personal stuff, and I remember being in my car and listening to, and I hadn't listened to the news in so long. And I remember the news comes on, and they're like, Kentucky, and they were talking about the kids that lost all their parents, and it was just the kids left, and it was like close to Christmas, and I was just like, yo, I turned on my Facebook, I started crying, bro. I was just like, oh snap, this is really going on. And I called Sinovio, good buddy of mine, and he's like, all right, man. He goes, go ahead, do your colecta. And I called the radio, and I was like on the radio, and I'm telling them, hey, I'm gonna go to Juan Mama. If y'all want to be part of this, just come by, drop the stuff off, and I'm taking off. I don't care. And Sinovio calls me. He's like, hey, UAF just hit us with $13,000. I'm like, oh, well, I already got a trailer loaded. Like, no, well, we buy. He goes, we're going, and we got a crew together, and we were up there, man. 2 days later, we were up there, and we gave those kids Christmas gifts, and we were doing these things, and I was like, yo, these guys are amazing. They're out of New York, and they're just like, they're there to help. And here comes which one's the one was before Milton? Not Milton. The years before it was I can't remember if it was Maria. Whatever. Bro, it devastated Fort Myers, bro. And man, my heart was like, yo, and my people over at Casa Ruiz, Perla, and them, they were like, yo, I was like, hey, we want to buy pallets. They're like, yo, take those pallets and here's another like 4 or 5 pallets. And I was like, yo, and we were down there, bro, and we were helping people. I said, that's just what you do. You don't look for, publicity, none of that stuff, bro. I think that's like, to me, it's like just like.
So when you went to Kentucky, you went to build houses, no, or to help out.
Oh no, yeah. So Sinovio, and he hates talking about him, but hey, listen, that man built almost 50 houses in Haiti. He's the one that took me for the first time, and we built 5 houses in a weekend, and I don't know how to hit a nail. I don't know how to hit a nail, my man. Now I do. My girlfriend teaches me, but like literally, like he is like un celebro. I love him to death. He's my brother. Them boys got in there. They gutted my house. We've been working, and it's just beautiful. I remember being outside, and they were in there. Cause man, I couldn't even gut a house, bro. It was crazy. It takes so much, right, bro? When we go in Kentucky, we now I gut one. But my son Moyo, he's really good at gutting one. He's kicking through walls. He's telling him break something. And he's like, oh, I'm outside, and bro, all I'm doing is just picking stuff up, bro. That's all I can do. I'm just gonna pick up the garbage y'all throwing out, and I'm picking stuff up. And I remember looking up the guy, and I was like, I see what you did.
Yeah,
I see what you did. I appreciate you. Because it ain't about losing anything. It's about everything I gained. Knowing who you are and knowing who the people are.
It's like he prepared you all these years, with the amistades and everything. Hey, I'm gonna say something personal. I remember I was going through some shit, and I didn't get no calls from nobody. And then you called me. I'm like, Moyo's calling me. So we talked, and you're like, hey man, I see you going through some shit right now, and I'm gonna be honest. I even told you I was gonna do some stupid shit.
Yeah,
I was gonna do some real stupid stuff, and you're like, "Hey, man up to what you're doing. Go." And I'll say it. I had a warrant, and I was gonna run.
Yeah.
And you're like, Juan, entregate, get it over with.
Yeah.
Get this behind you. Don't do something stupid where it's gonna get even worse. You took me out to eat, and I'm like, out of everybody, Moyo called me. Out of everybody, Moyo's telling me this, and then I remember you making a few calls to try to help me out. I go, look, I know some people. Let me make a few phone calls, see what we can do. Like everything you were saying, and then I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do, man. And that's what I did. I go, there's no sense of running. I mean, and you're like, it's a big deal, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world. And that talk always stood with me, man.
Wow.
And then not only that, cuando me entregué, when I come out, I'm like, who can I call? I'm like, I'm far away. And bro, I called Moyo. Moyo came and picked me up, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was there, I was eating shit. He's like, "What do you want to eat?" I go, "Let's go get some Burger King."
Oh, burger, man.
Let's go get some Burger King.
Get that burger.
And I would never ever forget that, man. Never, man. And I'm like, I was a ride or die Moyo fan from the beginning, but you got anything to say about him? You come see me. You come see me first. Before you talk to him, you come see me. You know what I'm saying? But no, that was that was something like and I'll be honest, like. True fan 100%. I never say it because you're in front of me or you're around me. I was a true follower from yours. I always wanted to.
So I'm going to tell you a story, right? All right. Believe it or not. So when you first started working at Lola's, I will say,
yeah,
I didn't know you had all this talent. And I'm not trying to take the spotlight from him.
Yeah.
But I'm going back because he's the one that told me, "Hey, you want a flyer? That guy can do the best flyers." You want an ad, a commercial? Juan Jose can do those commercials.
He's a beast.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
But he's the one that actually told us. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he told the secret. All right.
Shout out to my boy
Let's abuse him.
Bumper called me. He was you guys gonna have something here. I was like, oh yeah, listen, you got the wrong guy. I said, I mean, I'm techie. I do it all. Like but like I love what like we've even met up. Like, we have so many similarities. Like we meet up and we love camping. Like we love camping stuff.
We were talking about camping
stuff.
gear. Yeah, solar.
Like, I'm like, yeah, dude knows what's going on. Like he's like all this. It's on solar power, guys.
Yeah,
it's on solar power right now.
No, whenever you would call or I would call you, I'm like, I just want to pick Moyo's brain. Like that's how I swear to God, man. That's how much I just wanted to know you, wanted to work with you, wanted to pick your brain. I would follow everything you do, and I go, that's a smart idea. That's smart. And like when I make decisions, even being on the radio, I don't say it because you're here. It was all inspired by you. It started with my brother. It raked over to me, and I'm like, one day I want to work with Moyo. And then I would give it into my feelings. I go, I wonder why Moyo don't want to work with me. You know, like, you know what? Maybe it ain't time yet. It's not time yet. One day I'm gonna work with them. I see him work with some people, and I remember calling you like, "No, we good right now." I go, "Yeah, I think
you know what
it
is. Is it one was that you have a talent, you know, and I think you don't need, you know, me at all for that. Like, when Delos needed somebody and he talked about it, I was like, yo, that's gonna level you out, you know, because you have that so much talent, you know. But to have us, you know, we got a chance to work together at Fortuna, right?
Yeah, Fortuna, yeah.
And it was amazing to me. It was like to have the level of talent that you have. It was like then it was worth it to me, because when you need somebody to carry you all the way through, like you want the highest level, and you do have it. You could make the flyer. You could do everything that I do. It's like, but why have us both in one? I always thought about it when you were like, I would take guys that would compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get someone that compliments, like, and that's how we would work with each other. And so, yeah, we did get a chance for it, but it was because I know how much talent you have.
Yeah, but even that, one thing that I always liked was that we would always talk.
Yeah.
I remember the Bethune Park. We met there, and every time we were talking, like I said, I would just call you just to pick your brain, man. I go, I need to pick his brain. And even those talks about camping gear and all this stuff, I go, and I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking about, I want to get a camper, the mobile home, and I want to do it too. I'm like, you do?
Yeah,
you know, like we would click on so many levels.
In another life, van life would be my thing, dog. Like I am, like my boy was like, we went camping in Georgia, and he's like, yo, you came like ready for the apocalypse. I'm like, yeah, I'm like ready. Like this is my stuff. I love it to death. It's really awesome. But yeah, there's those things.
No, there was even one time you're like, I slept in my car. I go, you did? Yeah. I did too. I slept in my car too. I know how it feels. Like,
I set it up so that you could set it up, and I had a whole thing that could shade out the car. You never know when things go down. Never know.
No, but I appreciate everything you've done and everything you done for me, man. You know what I mean? Like I always looked up to you as an older brother.
No,
you know, and I got older brothers, but I'm like, nah, not like this. I don't talk to my brothers like that. Go, this is my brother from another mother, man. Like awesome. I said, anybody got something to say bad about Moyo, you come see me first, because we finna fight. You know what I'm saying? But, no, I appreciate everything, man. And I looked up to your whole career, everything you've done, seen it all. I even have you know how I used to be in the magazines, and they would promote you for the radio, from the Club from 301 and stuff like that. I would collect those, and I still have those too, man.
Wow, see, I have none of the stuff like that.
You never signed them?
No, I don't.
Autograph 'em?
I'm really bad
Nah.
about. Like I like that kind of stuff. I've never. The only thing I ever collected was headphones, and I lost them in the flood.
So let me ask you this: is there anything that you have not done and you regret to this point that you have not done it?
Man, look,
I'm putting you on the spot.
I talk to the kids every day, and I went back to teaching. For the ones that don't know, when I started 301, I think it was like 08. In 04, I started my dream job of being an migrant advocate, and I loved it. And the only reason I left it was because 301 was such a monster. Like it was, I had to be there all. Like not back then. I was
One man show.
bouncer. Yeah, like I was everything, and it was just such a big ordeal. And I had to leave it. I felt so bad leaving the job I loved. I even took a leave of absence hoping to come back the following year, and I couldn't. I had to do an extended one. And I was like, oh. And then when my kids, I was like, before they go to high school, I'm going to do it. And then they and they were like, yeah, you're going to go to high school and you're going to be I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. And then when they get to high school, I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go back. And they're like, no, we don't want you there no more. And now they grown. Now they don't want me there. I'm like, oh, yeah, suck.
Yeah.
So it's like, so when I started thinking, I was like, man, because matter of fact, this Thursday I have the migrant banquet. Like, if the church calls me for my mama, I'm running there.
Yeah.
If RCMA calls me, I'm running there. Like, if the migrant program calls me, I'm running there. And so every year we would talk, and I would talk to different programs, and they're like, man, it'd be awesome to have you back. And one day I started thinking, I said, boy, like, really? You get up at noon, you do the radio, and like, it was just like I had really, like, it was just all this time. And I felt like I was on these like committees trying to help and do. I'm like, man, I really want to do what I set out to do.
Right.
And I just decided, I said, you know what? I think it's time. And I started looking into it. And man, my heart is with the migrant program. Like, I want to be an advocate again, but everything's changed so much.
Right.
It's not the same deal. Bro, we used to be in the school. The student needed it. They came in late. Bro, I was that kid. I came in. This is the migrant story, bro. I came into East Bay High School, and I was like, mommy will tell you, it was like October, probably closer to November, bro. I remember going in. I tell the kids this story, too. I'm like, I come in, and I remember I was a smart kid. I was a smart kid in 9th grade. Came in 9th grade late as all hell. Go in, Rosa, my cousin, drove us down from Jersey. I start school, and I'm probably butchering this. Dad's like, he all wrong. I sent him on time. No, this is what I remember, Pop. So I get there. They put me in math class, bro. I had algebra in 9th grade. And I'm like, so that's a decent student at the time, because now it's a little more advanced. But back then, algebra 9th grade, you were doing really good. I get there. They have a test. And I'm in there with kids that I've been working with since I was like 13 at like Lake Towers. I've been lying about my age since I was a kid. Working. I've been working since I was 11 years old. And mama tell you, I lied about my age to get my Lake Towers job. I'm sorry, but I did it. And so, and I've been working all this time. So, bro, I get to the school, and the kids I worked with were seniors in that class, and I'm like, these old kids doing here. It's interesting. And I thought it was fun. I was like, yo, this is my algebra class, 9th grade. Test first day. I'm like, oh, took a test. Failed it real good. I get back. That was like on a Friday. I get back Monday. The teacher's like, Greg, come on over. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. So you failed the test on Friday. I was like, oh, well, I ain't know what to say. I should have been like, no, well, yeah, I just got here. But she's like, I'm gonna recommend you to G1. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And she's like, oh, it's a math class, and it's gonna be super easy. It'll be great for you. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Bro, same classroom, different period. They sent me down. My teacher's Mr. Quintero. We go in, same classroom. Look like a madhouse, bro. It was the periods before, when I was in that period, before the schedule changed. The kids were calm. They were seniors, juniors, algebra. G1, bro. People on the seat. Papers are flying.
Oh, shit.
Pencils are flying. Bro, I sat in the corner. I remember the back because there was no seats, packed. And I remember the the kid in front of me talk some smack to the teacher. And bro, teacher to slang a racer right at that fool. Wow.
It's like the movie The Substitute.
Oh my God. Yo, it hit the kid. I ducked. I'm like, yo, I want out of here. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm in the wrong class.
That was G1?
G1, bro. I didn't know it was generic or G general math 1. Yeah. They teaching me 1 + 1. I'm like, that's what they wanted me to take.
Yeah.
The migrant program, later on, I had fallen through the cracks. I was a migrant student, but one, I don't look the part of a migrant student, and here I go. You know, but then this guy comes in. His name Mr. C, Mr. Chaceres, Mr. Cleto Chaceres, and he comes in with him, and I find out I'm a migrant student, and they take me to him, and next thing you know, I'm taking class because I had dropped out. I had dropped out. That G1 stuff led me to dropping out. I was done. School wasn't my thing after that. It turned me off. I don't know. We talked about the dropping out thing earlier, but I was like, it turned me off. I took the whole. I rather work. I rather make money. I was like my kid today that's 16. He's like, yeah, I don't need this. Yeah. And it fit one when I returned. When I returned to school, they named the school after Mr. Thompson, Vince Thompson. He didn't want to let me back into school. Oh, he didn't? No. I called. This is a mom. I want to go back to school. I was like, Fidel graduated, and I don't know how he graduated. I'm like, why not? I dropped out. I'm the dumb. I swore I was smarter than him. It's just he's younger than me, a year older than me. I had a girlfriend to graduate. I'm like, what's wrong with me? So I went back. I asked mom. Mom goes. She come back sorry, they don't want you back. I'm like, maybe they didn't understand you, mom. Yeah.
Yeah, your
language
English ain't that
good. Laguna.
Yeah.
And bro, I go, and Mr. Thompson sees me in his office, bro, and I tell my kids this story too. When you need it, you hit them with it. And Mr. Thompson, bro, he tiene el cuaderno así lleno de las cosas que yo he hecho. Yeah. Yep. And he's like, listen, man, you ain't got no home here. You gotta go to night school. Oh, goddamn. And I'm like,
night school?
Well, back then you didn't have. You're 16. Oh yeah. You don't have to be here.
Oh, that's right.
So now you gotta go to night school.
He was night school. Right?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. You gotta go to night school. That's you got you got no home here. And I'm like, oh well, what we doing? And and mom, the way he talked to me was so bad. And my mom would whoop anyone till this day. Yeah. That woman will jump in a fight for a brother. Yeah. Like bad boy, mom's bad mom. Mom, she came out yo, I'm not trying to tell you. This woman is something else. I love her. And she's like, she sat there in the back and listened to that man. Go at me. Yeah. And I remember her tearing up and she was crying. I'm like, and I remember him looking back at her and looking back at me, and he like, you know what? I'm gonna let you back in. Oh shit. He's like, but not because of you, because of her.
Because of her.
And I'm like, all right, it's working, mom. Keep crying. Yeah. Yo, he let me. I was like, I promise, I'm gonna look out for my little brother. He was in 9th grade. I promise. And yeah, I went back, and I was like, by then Fidel graduated. I think he got married. Who knows what? Everyone was gone. All the old crew was gone. I ended up just. I tell kids all the time. I say I didn't know how to be a good kid. Yeah. I just knew, get to school on time, get to class on time, sit down.
But you were a class of class 94, no?
Supposed to be 93, yeah.
93.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I graduated closer to 19.
So 1 year basically.
Yeah, that
1 year.
I was out.
That 1 year out. Yeah. It held you back. But let me ask you something though. Do you think you use that experience to motivate you?
That's 100%. I think the music threw me off. I really do. I love it. And as I was telling the kids today, I was like, I was a kid when I had the dreams and I wanted to do. And I remember Mr. C sitting down because I was doing night school, after school, during school. I was all the time in school trying to make up
Trying
everything.
to make up all your grades.
Yeah, and Mr. C was looking out for me, Mr. Quintero. He's like, and we were talking with a few kids, and man, out of that class, bro, we have in Hillsborough County, we have like the dopest educators, bro. Julie Sarmiento.
How do you remember?
No,
like,
no, no. They were all
teachers,
younger than me. They was like, yo.
But how do you
like,
remember the teacher names?
No. Like this is the kids.
Oh, this is the kids' names.
They grew up in the hood with me.
Yeah.
Ansberto Vallejo, like did I miss that? Ansberto, I think it's Vallejo, eh? And Marisol Montoya. All these guys are now in the system and they're doing big things.
Oh wow.
You know, and I was like, the music though took me. And but like. Till I'll see Marisol, I'll see all these guys on Thursday, and I'm just like so proud of what Mr. C did. Mr. C did something really big for our community, bro. Like he took us somewhere.
Yeah.
Like our kids can look now. I believe Adrian Sarmiento's at Morgan, bro, and that school was named after one of my teachers at Waimama Elementary, bro. It's like this is a beautiful things that happen in the school system, you know. And I wanted to be part of it, but I couldn't do it all.
Yeah.
And now, you know, con la bendición de Dios, I'm like, I can be back. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, but you got to go to. You went back to your first love, which, believe it or not, I mean, you was already teaching. That's something that you already knew.
Yeah. That was so. Then more than anything, you know, I tell those kids every day we have different stories, and it's like, and my assistant in the program, I was like, yo, and he said he don't get tired of the stories because at different times you got to hit him with a different one, and Mr. C was known for that.
Yeah, because I mean. What's crazy is I was 13 when I already knew igual I wanted to be on radio. I was 13 because I had heard this radio DJ when we were coming from Texas. And I heard this guy on the radio. I knew what I wanted to be at 13. I made my mom buy me 2 cassette players and I would reenact all his shows and stuff like that. But you ask kids now, okay, they're graduating. Hey, what do you want to be? They don't know. Bro, they have no idea what they're going to do.
Yeah. So I use my experience, because I'm not afraid to say that I handled a very big business without really understanding what. I've never been a big amante of like money like that. You know, and I remember like people used to be like, "Damn, right." Like, you must be rich.
Yeah.
And all these, you know, and I'm like,
they don't understand the headaches you go.
Yeah, like y'all understand. I'm getting sued 3 times right now.
Yeah.
like they didn't understand that, you know. But with my kids, you know, I feel like now's the time. You know, my boys now, from my 29-year-old to my 20-year-old and my 19-year-old, like I'm able to teach them, you know, what downfalls, like where I got caught up, you know, and you do get caught up. I have my son, God bless him, he's a photographer and he loves it, and it just reminds me of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it puts me in my dad's shoes to be like, yo, you need to fall back.
Yeah.
Like you need to be ready because, listen. So, when 301 closed, I was trying to rebuild and do something, and COVID hit. And, you know, next thing you know, we went through everything trying to do something and couldn't. And I'm blessed, bro. I'm so blessed that like people come out when we do things, like, cause we opened up with a lonchera outside because I was like, yo, we're gonna open this thing up, and we climbed out of a hole, and you know, it was like all these things happen. It's like, but you can't rely on parties, like guys. And now with my students, sometimes you get them like the gentleman today, the young man today. It's like, hey, listen, I only get them for one day sometimes, and in that one day, you got to change their focus.
Right.
Like, so I get kids, and I'm like, hey, think about it like this. I had a kid. The assistant principal told me, like, did you know he had $1,500 in his pocket?
Yeah.
I said, I knew he was making money.
Yeah.
Because he was like a young kid, and he had plenty of money. He's like, oh yeah, I work construction. I'm like, I know what you're doing with that, you know? And you turn them on to the power of investing, and now they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I was like, there's this. I mean, the simplest ways. So I went off. I just started in August again here with the ATOS program. I love it, and it's like they taught me something. The kids. I was like, yo, when I turn them onto what to do to be successful, high school students especially, they have a job already. You know, shoot, I had one with the 4 businesses, and he's like, when you turn them on to that, they now find purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy. It's like, okay, now you understand that what you have in front of you is important.
And it's more important than what you did.
Yeah, like, you know, we get caught up in...
What brought you here? What brought you here?
Yeah, and I tell them, I say, hey, listen, you were supposed to skip that class and end up here today.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh? Yeah, you were supposed to be here today.
You know what? But I think we get caught in the moment. Everybody gets caught in the moment that the focus remains on what you did wrong. Versus what you need to do to get out of that.
Yo, I have good people, man. I have good people, and one thing I get onto the kid. I'm like, listen. So how do you want to see this? So you can see this as a punishment or as a second chance. You choose for the get, and they choose. And it's usually, I'd love it to be a second chance. So okay. So, and then they open up a little bit. So
yeah,
and that's when you get them. That's when you get them. It's like get them in a
you know, one thing
a headlock.
Yo,
not a real one, guys. Not a real one.
Another thing that I is starting to come back to me. I remember one time I was smoking my first cigarette, and you walked
Shame
up,
on you.
and I didn't want him to see me smoking because I saw him as a teacher. You know, like, oh shit, I don't. And I put the cigarette down. Like, wait, I ain't in school. I'm not in school. But I saw you. I had that much. I was like 16, 17.
Yeah,
and I was smoking my first cigarette, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want Moyo to put it. Let me put this shit. I'm like, I don't want Moyo to see me smoking a cigarette. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's it's crazy. I remember, man, we known each other for a long time, man.
Yeah, a long time. Shout out to mom. I love you, mommy. Mi reina.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and my media naranja too. Shout out to her.
So what's next with you, man? What's up with you? What do you have coming, man?
Man, look, I'm.
Oh, what do you want to do next? You gotta have something.
Yeah,
inspiration.
I got some cool stuff. Like with anything, I love the teaching. Also, I told him I was like, hey, cuando uno hace algo, lo tiene que hacer bien, right?
Yeah.
So I went back and so I was saying earlier how I ended up getting basically the wrong kind of degree.
Yeah.
So the school system has this thing called ACP, and they set you up so you can get your accreditation, right? So I'm taking that. And I'm finishing that up this summer, but on my master's is what I'm trying for at the beginning of the fall is start on my master's in education. That's what I want to do. Yeah, because I think you know like shout out to Abraham. I was like, hey, listen, he came in and he's doing this thing with us at the program, and I told him, I say, hey, listen, you can sit here, you can make a little bit of flow, or you can be the best you and go back to college. And he's like, I'm going back. And he signed up that day, and he's going to be a computer engineer, and I'm just really proud of him. That's what I want to do. I want to impulse the community to keep doing better things. And to me, it's just part of it. I set out to do that a long time ago, and I think it was with age. I was like, now don't get me wrong. We had I was just DJing a great few months over there with Mr. DJ Dedo. Shout out to my boy, and like this is La Changa, y'all know who that is?
Yeah. Sonido La Changa?
Big Sonidero.
Yeah.
Dude's like way past 70, bro.
And he's still doing it.
Bro, he got people like hitting his buttons for him, but he's sitting there rocking that thing still.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I don't got to stop. I love this stuff.
You know what it is once you get the bug, you can't let it go.
We have a...
You can't.
Julio gonna be like, we rocking the hits, dog.
We have a
sound guy got the
We
walker.
have a DJ that sends us notices all the time. A messenger in Texas wants to come over here, DJ.
Mira.
He's in his 70s.
Hey,
no, when you get that bug, you can't let it go.
I'm like, well, Saturday nights,
No,
they're open.
No, and then when you feel like the Godfather sometimes, because you think about it, ya lo voy a dejar, ya I'm done with that, and they're like, hey man, can you come over here? Just when I left, they bring me back in.
Yes, sir. But I'm not. I like me. If I find the right spot, the right I'm really somebody might say I'm picky, but it's not that. It's I need to find at least a place.
Right.
I need to feel that it's right for like, bro. Literally, the moon's got to be aligned, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my first time, my little brother, bro, Gordo. We walked in, bro. That the club I was at kept cutting me $20.
Mm-hmm.
He kept cutting me $20. I'm like, what's going on? Hey, y'all miscounted. They're supposed to give me $150.
Yeah.
Listen to this. They're supposed to give me $150. I'm a kid now. I'm summertime. I have no gigs.
Yeah.
I was paying for 2 days for $150. And it might have been $120. I don't remember. It was really little. Really little. Julio be like, oh. And he's like, the lady's like, oh, my bad. My bad. I said, oh, okay. I come back the next week, rock it again, 2 days. And $20 missing again. I'm like,
that's 40 now.
I'm like, hey, listen, I'm a nice guy. I'm like, hey, listen, again. She was like, oh, no more. Bro, third week, you believe $20 again? I was like, whoa. So
$80 in a month?
Oh, no, at that point it's 60. And I'm like, okay. Now I ain't talk to her no more. I went straight back to the owner. I'm like, hey, listen, this happened. First, I thought it was a mistake.
Yeah.
2 times. 3 times. Come on now.
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm gonna ask for a raise. And he's like, huh? I'm like, yeah. I need $250.
Yeah.
Yo, muy fregón. And I'm like, I'm gonna need $250, and I'll stay here. Like, I won't DJ my parties no more. I'll be here. I'll be your DJ. And he like, whoa, I can't do that, Moyo.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And I'm like, well, I appreciate you. I said, so I'm going to do 2 weeks and I'll be done. And then,
you gave a 2-week notice.
yeah, totally 2-week notice. I was real nice about it. And by then, Porky has started. DJ Pete has started. And so I was like, hey, they could step in. I'll tell them, and maybe one of them will come in. And that was, bro, that week, we're out on a Thursday night, and my brother, couple friends, my godson, we're in Ybor City on Thursday, bro. And we walk in, and it's Spurs. And it's a beautiful, beautiful country club. And I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. So we walk in, they have country music playing real light. It was made out of wood, real pretty. I was like, oh. And my brother's like, man, you could do this. I'm like, nah. He's like, no, man. You all in, and everyone else jumped on the, oh no, this could be amazing right here. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, and there's this guy on the corner of the bar. Gordo, man, call me later and tell me if I'm wrong. But he's like, hey, if you buy me a beer, I introduce you to the owner. And Gordo's like, I'll buy the beer. Steve Bizzardi comes out, and he introduces him. I guess we bought the beer. And then he's like, yeah, man, I had some guys come through here one time, said they were gonna bring some Mexican folks, and we stood out there and watched the cars just pass. I was like, oh. And my brother, boy, he's the first manager, bro. He's like, man, this guy, they won't do a parade in Waimama without him. I'm like, man, will you stop? He's like, no, I'm telling you, this guy here, oh, man. And I'm like, oh, my God. And he's like, yeah, man, he's in the front of the parades. And he's like, and the guy's like, really, really? Bro, and Steve bought into it, took me down to the radio station. And I was like, and the program director for the radio station had been a program director for a radio in San Antonio, I think it was.
Oh, really?
So he knew a little bit about raza, right? He even spoke Spanish really well. And he's like, and we were going to open Thursday nights. And he's like, you don't want to do Sundays? And we're at the meeting, like we're sitting there, we're about to buy some radio ads. And he's like, you don't want to do Sundays, huh? And I'm like, I don't know. I turned to Steve. I was like, yo, can we do Sundays? Yeah, man, you can do whatever night you want. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what you want to call it? And we're like, Domingos pa la raza. And he's like, Domingos pa la raza. Yeah, that sounds good. And we're like, oh, and man, I'm making a flyer on on Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. Oh no, on Publisher. Publisher.
Yeah,
Publisher
yeah.
right there.
On
Right?
Publisher, bro. And I remember, bro. Look, so Anabel Cantu out of Bradenton. I love you, Anabel. She's like, she had a radio show down there. This is all it was back then. Here,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
radio shows here and there. Bro, I ran down there the night I opened Spurs. I remember they tried to give me a radio talent from the station, and I was like,
really?
no. If it's a guy, I don't want him.
Yeah.
If it's a guy, I don't want him. I said, I said if it's I asked for Maria at the
Yeah.
time. I asked for Maria. I said, I want her. Oh no, she's part time. Like,
Yeah.
Then I don't want a guy. What do you mean you don't? I'm like, don't. I'll MC myself. And so I don't need somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just learning.
Yeah.
I'm really like, you know.
Yeah.
So I get I go down to Annabelle's, and she's like, yo, come in. And I took my little Numar mixer and I was mixing on her show, because I was about to head from there. I was going to go to Spurs to my first night. I remember I walked in, it was Sunday night, 1999.
I'm gonna tell you a secret about that real quick.
So I get out there, and I walk in, and bro, when I walk into that place, there's like 6 people, bro. And bro, I felt like I had made it, bro. I was like, "Fuck, somebody came, bro."
Yeah, right.
Like, I was like, somebody came. It was the most amazing feeling, bro. 6 to 8 people. I remember. Shout out those Villarreales. Like, they were there from my mama. Like, I remember my first ones, man. And I was just like, I was on cloud 9. Dog, I get up to the booth and I start playing, and Papa, people kept coming, and they kept coming. And then you couldn't see the floor. And then, like, people were outside, and they're like, hey, there's people around the block. And I'm like, around the block? Like, there was no place to put people.
Everybody got the word.
Bro, and they started fighting. And I was like, oh, no. And, bro, and then the bouncers, they had never seen Mexicans fight. And they were like, they don't quit. And they just don't stop. And, bro, and luckily it was Sunday night. Because now they're in Ybor City, and they running around in Ybor City with our shirts on. And it's like, and I'm like looking down, like, because I'm on the booth. I'm a one-man show, guys.
Yeah.
I've always been a one-man show. I MC, I DJ, I was opening beers for people. I was doing everything. Like, I was just one guy, and to this day, I love doing it like that. But that day was the wildest, and it was like the craziest, and like the 1,400 people came that night.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yeah, and I was just like,
So the promotion was like one person heard about it.
I don't.
You
even,
told one person.
Yo,
who told
I
another
don't.
Person.
I can't even.
That-
I
that's
just
how
know.
promotion was done
I
back
know. I know the city, the towns came out. Excuse me, and it was like, I listen. So Manny, throughout all these years, Manny says, Manny Benz, love you, bro. He's like, one day he used to be my club manager, him and Julio, and they were like, they called me and they're like, Moyo, come here. And there was this guy. God, his name was Mr. Started with a W, the guy from Pepin. So Pepin was the beer distributor.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Moyo, these guys want to talk with you. I'm like, oh, what's going on? This is at Club 301. He's like, these guys came in here and they're like, they remember that in 1999 they started selling a whole lot of Corona in Ybor City. And he goes, and all of a sudden that club just stopped, and it went down the street to another club called Acapulco, and all of a sudden they're selling record numbers of Corona.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, then it stops. And then now downtown is selling these record numbers of Corona. And they're like, what is going on? And then downtown 112 stops 4 years later or 5 years later. And now Club 301. These guys wanted me to buy a whole other cooler because they couldn't sell it to me any cheaper. Because they're like, you need another cooler so we can get you another. And was it the state? The like, yeah. Like I was the top though. Like I beat Walmart's. I beat like it's not something to be proud. But I'm just saying, this was like they were talking about this and Manny like turned them on to like because that's where he started and that's where he went and then that's where he went. And like and then these guys were just like they ended up wrapping the club. Remember they wrapped the club and did the whole Corona thing and did all this stuff because they were like, this is the guy that did all. And I'm like, bro, I'm just a kid from one mama. That like saw Beat Street on a VHS.
Let me tell you something real quick. You hear how he says Anabel Cantu. Anabel Cantu was at the pier, WWPR.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me tell you how I know all this. How he says, I went down there. We went and started mixing. Without him knowing, there was a guy sitting on the steps watching him go inside 1490. Really? I was there when you went. You said a word, a Spanish word, because I'm listening to the radio, and I'll tell you why. Because my dad dropped me off, and I was there with Frankie. So you were in there Mexican, and I never heard the word verano.
Yeah.
You're like, we're going to do something. This is exactly what you said. This was the hook. And I remember to this day. And every time I see that word, I remember Moyo going in there and saying, que el verano, we're going to do something special. I just remember you saying that we're going to do something special for you. Y eso que llega mi dad. And we got no radio in the car. And I'm like, Dad, wait. He said he's going to do something special. No me cabrón. Ya vente. Let's go. Go. He said he was going to do something special. Hold on, Dad. Hold on. No, ya vente. And I never got to hear the special shit because we had to go. And I'm like, but as he's saying that, I was at the steps waiting for my dad to pick me up when I saw him get down.
Crazy.
I can even tell you the mixer that you walked in. It was a double CD player Newmark. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I remember everything. I seen you getting it off the car and I go, I remember that. I was there. I was sitting right there at the steps as he was doing that.
See, everyone's watching you, man.
Man, it's been a real nice ride. I mean, it's really cool. Like I love everything about what I do.
Hey, but you also play for Grupo Firme también, DJ.
Oh yeah,
right. Tell
how
them
was
about
that? Yeah.
Tell them how that started. How that started.
And they're just good people. Good people. When you make relationships, I guess along the way. I got in 2010. I saw Betty in there. Betty, we had a TV show that I was producing back then, and and Betty came up running, and she's like, she says, Moyo, Univision is having this contest, and I'm telling you, I think you should take. I'm like, all right. Now you know what? I ran for what's that thing called? Homecoming. Like I ran for homecoming. I ran for and that junk didn't work. They didn't vote for me. So,
you were not the king?
Yeah, no, it was just for court, bro. It wasn't even king. I just want to hang out, get a free ticket.
Yeah.
But I remember I was like, that's not me. And she, Betty bugged me. Betty bugged me. Shout out Betty, that I love her. She's like, Moyo, es que ira, tienes que hacer esto, and it was like the last day we were filming, and she's like regañándome. They were doing their makeup, and she's like, "De verdad, Moyo, I can't believe you're not gonna try it." And I'm like, And I called Dave, the producer that I had at the time. I was like, "Yo, Dave, turn on the cameras, man." And we repositioned it, and I did a demo, and I'm hating YouTube right now because they took my channel away. They took my channel away, bro. That video's on here. And so my demo and I was like, yo, and I introduced, they had a script. So I read the script and I introduced Pitbull, Paulina Rubio, and I recorded it and I sent it. That night, I edited it and sent it out. It was like, cutoff was like 11 o'clock and it was like 10:59, bro.
Yeah,
sent. Forgot about it. And man, about 2 weeks later, they called me. They're like, "Hey, you've been selected to the top 3 for DJ of the year, whatever at Univision." I'm like, "Oh, nice." I was like, "Whoa, what?" He's like, "Now you gotta get everybody to vote for you." Oh, you can't tell me that. Yeah. Like I lost in high school. Like I'm not gonna. That's terrible. Vote for me, Pedro. No, not like yo. You can't, yo, come on. Like I was so upset. Like forget this. And I used to edit the show, so we'd record the show, and then I'd edit all night for it to be turned in on Thursday. Right. So I'm editing, bro, and I never got on social media like that. But thanks to Speedy, thank you, DJ Speedy. And this guy calls me, not calls me, he hits me on Twitter. Bro, who checks Twitter? He hits me on Twitter. I think he said, bleep, bleep. I'm like, de casualidad. I tell you, God's like, I'm like, he's like, Moyo, you need to tell everybody. And I was like, bro, it's like 6 a.m, bro. I haven't slept. I'm editing. And I'm like, that's what I'm dreaming. He's like, you need to tell everybody to vote for you. He goes, and I'm like, so who's this guy? DJ Pana. And I'm like, I think about it. I'm like, and I go on MySpace.
No, MySpace.
MySpace, yeah.
Yo, listen, for Cynthia and them, y'all remember I'm probably still the only one that got a damn website. But I was the first one to have a website. That thing was like public domain. They had a chat room in there. Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on my website. I put it on my website and I got on MySpace. So y'all go to djmoyo.com. And so I called everyone I could think of. And that morning, 6 a.m, I called Desvelado, bro. I called Polk County, the radio station there. I called, man, I think it was 3 radios, one in Bradenton, one in Polk County, one here in Tampa, and they all let me go on the air and say to come vote for me. Yeah. And then Univision Tampa, they let me go and do a plug too, and I was like, oh, and I did that, and bro, it came like a frenzy. Like everybody was like, yo, you gotta vote for Moyo, wow. And when
so you went viral.
I guess that's what they call it back then.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
No, and I was like, we were filming the show. It might have been 2 Wednesdays or something after. We were filming the show when that video too, we had it. The phone call comes in and they're like, yo, I saw that video. And I get on the phone, I walk off and I'm like, I got it. Like I won. And so the guy, Carlos, I think Aponte, he's like, I don't know how you did it, but you're in. And I'm like, whoa.
I'm going to recreate the scene real quick because I saw it. I'm telling you, I remember like it was yesterday. And everybody's quiet over here. Lo gané. I'm telling you, I saw it. I was on it.
It was crazy, bro. Like, yo, but yeah, like I didn't win by myself. Like all white mama won. That was crazy how everyone was just like, yo, Cayetano, yo, I love you guys. Bro, you should have seen, bro. Cayetano was like, he called me, he like, man, you don't understand. It was like the Super Bowl up in here. Like I was taking the W, right, like to everybody. I took it down there. And the lady, I still remember her name's Ruby. She's one of the producers. She's like, hey, listen, how'd you do it? I was like, what do you mean? We've never had on Univision.com. She said, just like that. She goes, we've never had so many people vote on Univision.com. Like, it's like, it was the craziest thing. You got 54% of the vote.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the robot said something different. He said like 51 or something. I was like, yeah, but she told me 54%. I was like, really? It's just people wanted me here.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, it's like, you know, it's a testament to, you know, the relationship we build, and it's a beautiful thing.
So that was for Premio
Juventud.
Yeah.
That was in 2010. And, you know, I've been all over the state. I met a young man named Rigo, and he has a sound company. He's an amazing engineer, an amazing businessman, and I've seen him since he was a kid, you know. And he called me up one day, and he's like, Moyo, I need you. I was like, what's up? He's like, I need you to play for Grupo Firme. And I'm like, I said, what? Now he'd been doing stuff with what's the ones that throw the beer? Help me out.
Los Inquietos.
Inquietos, yeah. So he was doing that, and shout out to Rodrigo and all the whole family, man. God bless you guys. He's a brother from another mother, and his father's a great man. He's like, his whole team's amazing. He's like, Moyo, you know, I need you to play SoFi Stadium. I'm like, huh? Like for Firme, and I'm like, bro. I call Julio. Yeah. I'm like, hey, yo, Jay. They want me to do for Grupo Firme, and he's like, I want them to see how you MC. I want them to see how you the energy you. I'm like, okay, and so I call Julio, and Julio's like, yo, you got a quinceañera that day.
Cancel that shit.
That's one thing you don't do.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I say, the only thing we can do, Julio, is call them. And like, I think he offered them the world. I called personally offered him like a DJ for free, like everything. I was gonna take the L. I was like, yo, and she's like, we've booked you for. It's been over a year and a half. It's been paid. Like my daughter, that's all she can do is dream. I'm like,
oh shit.
I'm like, well, ma'am, I'll be there. Yeah, and I told her what the opportunity was, and she's like, really? I'm like, oh yeah, no. The only way I would ever do this if the person on the other line would say, you know what, knock it out. And I didn't. I called her on the. It was the hardest call I had to make, boy. I called him. I'm like, hey man, yeah, I can't go. I got a quinceañera. And so I thought that was it.
Yeah.
And then he hit me up for Chicago. He hit me up for Chicago, and he's always wanted to make it work. God bless him, man. When the hurricane came, he called. We were one of the first ones to call me too, man. I love that guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love that guy to death. But he put me on, and he's like, then Firma came to Tampa. I didn't have to DJ. The DJ, they wanted me in El Paso to cover for Firmex, and I was like, yeah, I got the date. So we would always like look at our dates, and if I had more dates, man, he'd probably have me all over the place.
Oh,
and and he's just like,
so
but I don't.
So you've done multiple gigs.
Oh yeah. So we did. My favorite one was El Paso because I got to do. I got to perform live on stage with him.
Yeah.
Because they had ay, la canción se me fue la onda ahorita, pero but I was able to, and my sons were there. Moyo, amigo Sonny and Jaimito were there with me, and they saw the performance on stage, and to them it just blew their mind. You know, they're like, "Yo, Dad's up on stage.
That's my dad."
Yeah, like, yo, that's my dog.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I lived there for in the 90s.
yeah, I really love that city. There's something about it, right?
The mountain up there.
Oh, could it be the aliens? I don't know what it is. Something about it. I loved it. Like I really, like I even wanted just to visit. I love El Paso. But yeah, that's how it all came about. But yeah, bro, building relationships I think is the best thing you could do in what we do.
And you never know, right?
No,
you
you
never know.
no, bro. Yeah, to get that, it's like and to me, it like it's just amazing that they even thought of me. You know, it's really nice, really nice. So just anytime you can share your talent. You know what's weird? It's like many times because of the way I look, it was always a down thing. It was like I used to get turned down a lot. Like the people that believed in me are usually not of my own people.
Yeah.
That was the really like tough part in this business. And like, now at this point I was like, I'm over it, but back then it was just like, wow, so to get a call like that from Rodrigo is huge for me. Like I just, it was amazing because it's like Premios Juventud,
Yeah.
Like you take people with you. Like you don't do that by yourself.
Correct.
That's like, to me, it's not like my best feeling was telling people, you know what we're doing? We're going.
Yeah,
We're doing this. I feel like I take it with me.
My team and I.
Yeah, I feel like I take everyone with me when I do
Yeah,
it. Like it's just like that's where we're from.
And people felt that too, because I remember even my wife at the time, she's like, yeah, that's our DJ Moyo out there. I go, he is our Moyo, ain't he? Yeah, we team Moyo. He is our Moyo, ain't he? Yeah.
Like
that's the first time I had heard someone say that.
You're
And
a
when she said
product,
that, he goes,
man. You're
you're right.
Product of your environment, man.
Yeah. It's like,
The people are the environment. So,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I shook his hand once. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I shook his hand.
They're fun, man.
It's the mindset of don't burn your bridges because you might have to cross them one day.
Huge. Oh my God, bro.
I
You
got that
don't know
problem.
who you
You want
saying
to
hi
learn
to.
something.
I got that
man.
problem sometimes. I got that problem. I'm trying to get better at it.
Even if you disagree,
So yeah, man. I thank you guys for having me.
No,
yeah,
man.
no, we appreciate it, man,
I'm
yeah.
glad you're here, man, and you share everything about you. I think you have a lot going, man, and I think you have a lot more to do.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, and can we take a quick break? But
Of course.
I remember in social work class they were like, "Yo, you got to come up with a quote." I'm like, "Man, and this was social work class." I'm
Yeah.
like, "I've done much, but I haven't done enough."
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you should live by that.
Yeah.
I really do. So let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
All right, is that cool? Or are we going?
No,
you want to
we
wrap
can-
it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up, right?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
yeah.
Okay, I really got to go to the restroom. Let me give
I
me
got
2
you.
water bottles.
Hey,
and
so
50.
Moyo, tell everybody where they can reach you, where they can find you, man.
DJMoyo.com, and I'm revamping that thing. And yeah, just thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Yeah, búscame ahí. DJ Moyo con Y, pelado, with a Y.
Con Y.
Yeah.
That's always been my question.
He would always tell me that. Why
Man,
did you say that?
Tell me
I'm
about
saying
Y.
Because they messed up one day in an article and put double L.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Okay.
man, with a Y.
Yeah.
Con Y, pelado. So yeah.
All right, man.
Hey, God bless you.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Love you
I
guys.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
If you want, let me get out the way just so we can finish up
up.
real quick. I gotta
Yes,
finish
sir.
up some stuff with him, but yeah, no, we appreciate it. Thank you a lot, Moyo. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I'll be back here turning you on.
If your nalgas got fell asleep, trust me, we feel it. We got that. Hey, no, real quick, we just want to tell people about Intenso real quick.
Yeah, so we have
Intenso.
Intenso. You know what I want to do? I want to give away a VIP table.
Okay.
So if they want to tag their friends right now, whoever's watching this right now, they want to tag their friends, we'll select somebody. If we can find the one that tags the most, we'll select them.
And Intenso's going to be May 8th and May 9th.
May 8th and May 9th, they're going to play 2 nights.
2 nights. And people buy one ticket, they can go to both shows, or
They can buy single nights, Friday or Saturday, or they can buy one ticket to cover both nights.
Gotcha. And it's a different price for the both nights.
Same price.
Oh, same price.
Yeah, right now.
So if they buy Friday, they can come Saturday.
Yeah, so right now we're selling the tickets for Friday and Saturday individual for $40 pre-sale.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want both nights, it's $60 right now. So
Gotcha.
so it's a. I mean, we done it before. We done it before, and I think it works. It gives people a different opportunity. Maybe they can't do both nights, or maybe they can't do Friday, but they can do Saturday. So they have that. They have that opportunity.
Yeah. And also we got wrestling.
We do have actually we have male review. Lola's has male review tomorrow. We do have midget wrestling on the 15 as well. Not the 15, the 13.
13, yeah. Gotcha. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys can hear me on La Invasora 96.1 FM, and that's from 1 to 3. 1 to 3, I finally said the time right. 1 to 3. Every single Sunday, you can listen to Puro Tejano. We're playing a whole bunch of great Tejano music. We're playing the oldies plus a lot of new artists, a lot of new Tejanos. So everybody can check that out, man. And hopefully we can get a whole new generation of new Tejano people listening to a lot of new Tejano.
That's what's going to take.
Yeah, and it's sponsored by Lola's Nightclub and Kitchen. You can check them out. When can they come? Let me give them the address. 6656 US 301 South in Riverview. 6656 US 301 South in Riverview. This is where Lola's Nightclub is located. Don't forget Intenso, May 8th and May 9th. That's going to be a big show. So we want everybody to come out. But when can they come out for Loteria?
They can come for Loterias. We have Loterias actually Thursdays and Sundays. Thursdays at 6 and then Sundays at 4 o'clock.
Gotcha. And then you can check out Lola's Club Official on Facebook. You can check me out at
Instagram, TikTok también. So we get they're all over.
All of them, Lola's Club Official, and you can check me out at Bad Boy DJ Juan Jose on Facebook. Anything else that we need to cover?
No, just I want to thank Moyo. I call him Gregory.
We had the GOAT.
Yeah, we had the GOAT.
We had the GOAT here.
Yeah, so it was a privilege. So something that hopefully there was some good, the lessons learned of what he actually went through.
Dedos, we need to get you next, Dedos.
He's a very
we need to get you next, Dedos.
Individual, and hopefully whatever he says, he can help other people out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Ya saben, go follow Moyo. Thank you so much for DJ Moyo. Thank you, Julio. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate everybody who watched the podcast. Thank you so much, Veronica Sanchez Rios, Rosa, Ana, and DJ Rhino. Big old shout out, Joel. Para DJ Manny Ayala, DJ Dedos, of course, a big old shout out. I want to get Dedos, man. See if we can get Dedos. Para Maria and everybody who came out, man. Hey, Moyo, again, thank you so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Menavi podcast. Por mi nombre, el Bad Boy DJ Juan Jose and Mr.
Aviles.
We see you guys next